Hey guys, welcome to today's Legal 101. Being a Friday, it's on constitutional and human rights law. Now let's talk about the right to privacy. We are borrowing from a judgment delivered by Justice Ongudi in 2023, and the facts were as follows. So there are two people, a man and a woman. The man goes to court and lodges a constitutional petition indicating that his right to privacy and that of his family and children has been infringed by the lady. And he says the lady has installed CCTV cameras in her premises that point towards his house, and therefore she is spying, monitoring and recording images from his premises. He says, I have gone to her before and told her to pull down the CCTV cameras or maybe reposition them, but have been met with hostility, and actually I have gone to the police about this issue, although he's not able to provide proof that he has actually gone to the police. And she files a defense and says, actually this is the first time I'm hearing about this complaint directly from this man. I do know that before he served me with the court documentation, he had gone to the media and said that I was infringing upon his right to privacy. Nonetheless, the reason why I put up the CCTV cameras was because earlier this year, thieves invaded my premises and they accessed my property through this man's property. They used his backyard and jumped into my premises, and it's for this reason that I installed the CCTV cameras. And in fact, when there was a theft, I went to the police, and this is the proof that I have gone to the police about this issue. So my intention was never to spy on my neighbor. In fact, I put a notice to say that there are CCTV cameras in this area. She denies ever having harassed him of being or ever having been arrogant towards him, and she adds that this CCTV camera only has a 45-degree angle coverage. Okay, and so during the proceedings, the court, Justice Mrima, says I need an expert to go and look at this CCTV and see how much coverage it has and what it can or cannot do. And I need both parties to appoint their own technician. So both of them do. There's a joint expert report that is presented to court, which provides that indeed the lens camera covers 45 degrees angle, but the camera can be viewed by anyone, anywhere with internet and the password. Okay, and the camera can also be altered manually to view the complainant's house or property. And so the court has to ask itself whether there has been an infringement of the right to privacy, and if so, what are the constitutional remedies appropriate in this case. Under Article 31 of the Constitution of Kenya, it is provided that every person has the right to privacy, which includes the right not to have, number one, their person, home or property searched, their possessions seized, information relating to their family or private affairs unnecessarily revealed or required, or D, the privacy of their communications infringed. And the court says that joint report clearly shows me that there is a threat to the petitioner's right to privacy, and we must actually protect his interest. The court also adds that the owner of the CCTV cameras ought to have registered herself with the data commissioner as a data controller. Why? She determines the purpose and means of processing the personal data, and she did not obtain registration. So she was required to seek consent of her neighbors, noting the strength of the CCTV cameras, even through the management of the premises, and she did not do that, which is contrary to the provisions of the Data Protection Act. And so the court says, now what do I do? Number one, the court orders her to uninstall the CCTV cameras, and she's prohibited from installing any cameras to spy, monitor her neighbors, including the petitioner. But on the issue of damages, the court says this: constitutional remedies are granted to a person upon violation of their right, and the aim, number one, the primary goal, is to vindicate and deter. Okay, and the court says the award of damages is a secondary remedy. It is only to be given in the most appropriate cases. And in the present case, I do not see what damage has been caused to the petitioner. There is no proof that videos were actually taken of his family. There is no proof that the videos were used against him or were used in any other way. And so that would have assisted me determine how much to award in damages. But there was no proof of any recording there was a threat to the right to privacy, but there was no proof of any recording, and it is for this reason that I'm not going to give an award of damages. So therefore, this is just to remind you that not every violation of human rights always leads to an award of damages. It is on a case-by-case basis, which then makes me wonder if the petitioner or the complainant was a woman, and the person who had installed the cameras was a man. Maybe she didn't even have kids. Maybe the cameras were pointed to her bedroom or her bathroom. And maybe there was never a theft. Maybe it happened to somebody else and you're just like, I put up the cameras as a precaution because I've heard there are many thefts in the area. I wonder if in those circumstances the court would say, just because of our history, just because of sexual violence, just because of sexual harassment, and I mean not sexual harassment, I mean sexual assault, just because of our history with femicide and all of that, I wonder if in that case then the court would award monetary damages aside from asking the man in that case to pull down the CCTV cameras. I wonder, but this just goes to show you every case is determined based on the facts. Okay, so that marks the end of today's Legal 101. Yeah, this week has been great. There's been videos throughout. Yes, hopefully next week it's the same. Yeah, bye.